All right, good morning, everyone. It's June 18th, 2022. It's Saturday morning, and I think since the electrician's going to be a little bit late today, he already texted me. I think we're going to go do some yard sales this morning since I have some free time. Maybe we'll find some more uranium glass or silver or gold or who knows what. That's kind of the plan today. Let me show you what's going on in the shop, though, before we leave. All right, so here is the progress. Hey, he ain't messing around. He's got everything nice and level. Everything looks very professional. Yeah, he's got all the wire ran through this conduit already. He also has the whips coming down for the joiner, the table saw, and the edge sander. And the sander here. So that, yeah, it's all going to be hardwired in. That way there's no expensive, like $200 a piece expensive breakers for these things, because they all have to be that GFCI. They're like super expensive. So not only is this the most efficient and probably the best way to have them hardwired in, but it's also one of the cheapest ways. These things are not conduit. Check this out. This is like heavy duty, right? So I can bump up against this stuff. It's not gonna matter. I can also build a temporary beam here to kind of keep them there once I find a more permanent location, because I told them that this sander is gonna be somewhere in this area, right? So I have plenty of slack to move it all the way over to here if I needed to, you know? But once I find a permanent 100%, well, temporary permanent location, then I can kind of, make some kind of a temporary beam that comes down that I can run all these lines on just to keep them out from hanging. And yeah, I think it'll be great. Here in the studio, everything's a mess. I got some cables coming in to take care of all that disaster here. I do want to keep my quad cortex for my guitar right in that area, maybe even tilt it a little bit this way. Another thing is, though, I don't want to have like my gold scales and classifiers and stuff like that on this level here. I want that to be on a shelf above right here. Just to keep things, I want everything to have a spot, including these hard drives that are just laying around. They're gonna have their own shelf. And and like the Stream Deck for live streaming. Even the little USB hub, everything's going to have a spot. But I don't want to do any of that right now, because what's the purpose? What's the point of working so hard to build a couple shelves with hand tools like I've been doing for pretty much everything else, when in about 2 or 3 days I'm going to have power, and then I can use the bandsaw, the sander. I could do everything professionally, right? So I'm gonna work smarter, not harder, right? Can't wait. It's pretty much all gonna come together as soon as these tools are running. It's gonna make everything go a lot faster. Like right now, I'm kind of crawling. You know, these Milwaukee tools, they definitely worked for putting this place together, but it took since February, right? So it's been almost a half a year to get this thing put together. So, I mean, that's super slow. But then again, it was just me, and I'm still not done. I still got a lot of stuff to do, but these tools are gonna help everything out. So, all right, we're gonna go yard sale. That time is absolutely wrong. I did not wind this watch. It's early, it's like 9 a.m. We'll go check out some yard sales. There's a couple nearby. Wish me luck. All right, so I put together a quick little necklace here. It's just a piece of 550 cord, a zip tie. Got my UV light, my magnet, and my loop. Got my list of yard sales, a 1/2-inch classifier with some gloves. I have to bring a shovel because I still need to get dirt and rocks. All right, so there's like yard sales all over this block here, and I'm like my 4th or 5th one. I got this big cedar chest. $5. Plus, I actually found these first. Look at this. Let's see. Okay, this one here Let me zoom in. Sorry for the poor camera work, but sterling silver right there. These, they had a bunch of other ones. And I couldn't, this one doesn't say sterling, but it doesn't say plated either. And it has those maker's marks. I'm gonna have to do some research on these maker marks here to see if that one's sterling, or I could just do an acid test. And then this one here was also a question mark. I could not read it. So I just bought it. I got them for free anyway. They threw them in with the $5 cedar chest. So, I mean, dude, that cedar chest in wood alone is 40 bucks. So, anyway, off to the next one. These two little rabbits have been fighting in my front yard now for about an hour. But over here, I went to the river, 9 buckets of rocks total. And I got to go get another 9 buckets because, as you can see, there's still some spots here. It's just not full. Just doesn't look right. So we'll get another 9, 10 buckets, something like that, and also put in the landscaping fabric up on both sides. So we'll go out to the river, climb the cliff again a lot, and fill us in. Be good, you two. All right, so here's the trick. Where I get the rocks at, there is a trail. So even though I have to carry the buckets up and out, I can at least, instead of carrying them down the trail, I can bring this thing and bring probably 3 at a time with that. So that's gonna save a lot of sweat, actually. So, all right, let's head out there and get to work again. All right, well, this is only bucket 1, 2, and 3 on my second trip. We got a little ways to go here. It's a lot easier than carrying them. Plus I got 3 at a time. So this will cut the time down by 1/3. All right, let's keep it going. Okay, well, this is 21 buckets total. So the first trip was 9 buckets. The second trip was 12 buckets. I have some of the bigger rocks and small rocks. They're kind of not mixed together well, but as I was putting it together, I wanted to put the bigger rocks around the perimeter and then kind of fill in the middle. But eventually I'll get around to it, or Heather will get around to it. We'll kind of make it look more even. And of course, these are going to be flowers, most likely, whatever Heather wants up there. Yeah, there we go. The only thing I got to watch out for is around the edges. The weeds are going to come up. So I'm going to have to, whenever I do the lawn, do the weed whacking around the edges, I'll just have to come around the edges here and take care of any weeds that will come up. But there is landscape fabric underneath it. I don't think it looks too bad. It'll get better. All right, so Heather is leaving. She's going to a country music festival over in like Grand Junction or something this weekend or next week or something. And she needs help with all the pay dirt orders and our box for Amazon, because we usually ship, a couple 100 bags of pay dirt to Amazon, and she needs help putting those together. So that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. The electrician texted me early this morning, said he had some issues and wasn't gonna be able to make it today, so there was no electrician here today. But he will be here Sunday and Monday, which is tomorrow and the next day. And my brother is also gonna be here tomorrow. So we'll have to, get the electrician in here and get him started, and then I'll go probably hang out with my brother. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that is the update for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for watching.